Okay guys, so this is kind of an interesting day. Normally I just talk about strict and straight keto, but today is going to be a little different. I want to talk about the paleo diet, which is really covert for keto. So I'm going to talk about the paleo diet for beginners, how to start, what's the deal. Yeah. Okay, so for those who are in the paleo community and they just found stuff, I'm really true paleo, which is actually ketogenesis. Look it up because it's the best shite ever. So I'm 48 years old. Yes. So I'm 48. Yes, I have of brown skin. But this is epigenetics. I've manipulated my DNA to go a certain way. Right? To preserve my DNA, I've had to do some manipulation through ketogenesis, which is actually paleo. But I don't want to go on a big rant. So let's talk about how to start the true paleo diet, which there is no damn thing. So I'm going to contradict myself a few times in this video, but hopefully you will find a nugget and a kernel of viable information that you can use every day. So in my keto community, which is the true paleo, keto is paleo high octane. Because it's the same damn thing. It's like what our hunter-gatherers ate. But it's actually more true and more closely related to the true paleo diet or Paleolithic era of living, per se, than the commercialized version of paleo, which is very in vogue. Yes, it's very popular. And it's awesome in one way because if you can get people off of their processed foods, that's a step for mankind. Okay, so I'm 48 years old. I used to be a professional skateboarder. For those who follow me, you already know this, song and dance. I used to be a pro skateboarder on vert ramps, and I busted my knee. I've had 10 surgeries on my left knee, so I busted nearly everything in my knee. And, yes, ACL, MCL, patella tendon, cartilage, medial meniscus, bye-bye. Patella. Yes. So, 10 surgeries from that one fall. So I cannot run, jump, lunge, or squat, yet I say in my keto real paleo videos, I go, this is the business. Yes, this is me at the age of 48. I've been strict for 6 years on no processed foods, no standard American diet, and I've been in ketosis. So the difference between, paleo this and paleo octane, which is what I do, is that the commercialized paleo, your body still runs on sugar, and the paleo octane, which is covert keto, is your body surviving on ketones, which is units of fat from your body. Now, this is going to sound old to other people, but the leanest person at 3% body fat is going to have at least 40,000 calories of fat to access, And if this is a high-performance car, and the fat is my gasoline for the tank. So essentially, when you are in ketosis, you never run out of fuel. Whereas if your brain is accustomed to burning carbohydrates from all that dried fruit from the commercialized paleo, then every couple of hours your body runs out of glycogen, which is stored energy in the muscle, or glucose starts to drop in your liver, and you start to crash. So your body goes and does a thing called gluconeogenesis, which is the breakdown. So you have adrenaline, your adrenal glands kick in, little P-shaped things below your rib cage, tiny little things, and they pump out corticotropic steroid hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, or as it's known around the world, norepinephrine, and your body will start to use cortisol. The brain will have cortisol, which normally is a anti-inflammatory hormone, but in excess, because we're always juiced up and gassed up, your body will start to use cortisol to break down the amino acids in your body. So people say like, oh, cardio, eats up your muscle. Well, it doesn't just eat up your muscle, y'all. It eats up the skin here, right there. That's why people have that drop turkey gobbler, not the skin, but also the muscle right there. Right here, this pendulous fat right here, and the flanks here is also where the body starts to do, has its gluconeogenic effect, and also the tricep. Also bone marrow and skin, which is why some people lose their collagen and the elasticity, Z's, under their skin as they age. And they also develop inflammation, and you know, if you've got inflammation here and we've got not enough vitamin D here and all these types of things, you age. So when I say manipulating your DNA, I'm saying protect it. Yes, protect it. Protect the telomeres on that DNA chain. Okay, so how do we start? Right? Because that's why you clicked on this stupid video. Well, I mean, it's not stupid, but you know, I'm kind of silly funky, and I'm in my living room, so it kind of feels stupid. But I digress, as the other people know. Okay, so how do you start? Well, you're going to go in your kitchen, you're going to throw away everything. Yes! Everything! Just throw it away! Rid of it! It's junk! Garbage! Throw it! Give it away! Because it's not helping you. So basically, you know, we've got all these different body types, these phenotypes. Everybody is so different, yet we are nearly almost the freaking same. We might have different muscle belly shapes and whatnot, but our digestive tracts, our cells, our immune function, you know, the way that we use energy and the way we repair is nearly the same unless you have some kind of gene mutation. So when you start the I should call it PALEO. When you start the PALEO diet, when you start the paleo diet, you want to get rid of all your crap, and you want to start with the right kind of mindset, because you're going to deal with physical addictions once you go off that processed food. So you have to be ready. You know, a lot of people are like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, get mentally prepared, yo, because you got to practice this stuff. You gotta talk to yourself. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, I need a change. I need to get rid of this stuff. Because I always say in my other videos that your body is a reflection of your mind. So if you don't like your body, kind of change the mind. So you gotta get rid of stuff and become, you know, don't become attached to these things that are kind of irrelevant. It's like we create everything in our mind that's important. We create that. It's so bizarre. But at any rate, you would get rid of your rice, you would get rid of your oats, you would get rid of your almond flour and your rice flour, which is touted to be okay in the commercialized version of paleo, because there is a difference between, there's no such thing as real paleo, because we're not living off the earth under the elements, which is affecting the way our systems work. We're not living like that, so it doesn't work. So we just got to come as close as we can to paleo, covert keto. So let's start with get rid of your nuts as snacks, because nuts have phytates. And in the wild nuts, they have thick ass shells. Some shells are actually very poisonous to the touch. Yes, because they don't have teeth. Some plants are poisonous. There's a reason why. They want to survive, just like any of us mammals. So true paleo people would eat, the true Paleolithic era people would be eating bugs. Yes, termites, ants, like cockroaches. They'd be eating rodents. They would try to hunt game. Yes, they would eat fish. And they would try to gather as much vegetation as possible. And trust me, there was no like big huge fields and farms of like kale and cabbage and all this stuff. No. And in fact, their fruit was not genetically modified. Our fruit today is fracked up, yo. We got Frankenstein vegetables and fruits because we have hybridized and genetically modified our nuts, our fruits, our cruciferous vegetables. We have modified it all. So are we paleo? I said it again. What the hell? Are we really paleo? No, but we can come close. We could come close with, like, in comparison to the SAD diet, we can come close. So you would start to get things like coconuts. You've got to make sure that you don't have a histamine reaction to some of these foods, because otherwise paleo might be counterintuitive. But you know, you might eat gobs of coconut stuff. Now, would that be normal in East Africa, where we're from? No. But it, like I said, we're going to try to come close. So coconut flour, Some people use flax, but again, we've got phytoestrogens in them. Some say that they're good, they're anti-cancerous, and some say that they're not. But that is a potential. Almond flour, oh, hell no. We're talking mycotoxin to the umpteenth degree. We're talking a lot of plant chemicals, the phytates. No, get rid of it. So, can we make carb replacements on paleo, which is nobody's really eating true paleo? Yes. I would start off at, where are we? Because we got it, stuff talks, so we got to keep this rolling. I would go to the supermarket and I would get low glycemic fruits. Let's break it down. So low glycemic fruits, pears, berries, sour red grapes, green apples, grapefruit, lemons, limes, olives, coconut, tomatoes, and avocado. They're all fruits. Yes. And we would stay away from the sweet fruits because if you've got a blood sugar dysregulation, then that is not going to help you get better on a better source of sort of paleo. The in vogue, the popularized paleo. So those are your fruits. Now your meats, galore, right? But we want to stay away from the white chicken breasts and the egg whites and the tuna, because these are pure proteins, right? Pure proteins, when vegans are like, oh my God, it can give you kidney problems, that's what the problem is. Lean meats with no fat. So we want high in fat soluble vitamins and minerals meats, bone marrow, bone broth soup, chicken thigh drum, wing. We want lamb, the fattier cuts. We want salmon. We want sardines. We want the grass-fed beef and bison, and on occasion the ground turkey, organic. We want healthy pastured animals, no GMO corn. That's what we want. Yes, those are your meats. Eggs, duck eggs, and if you've got histamine issues, we might need to talk about them eggs. All right, that's an allergy. Okay, what else are we gonna have? Because I got to keep it rolling. Your vegetables, would be all the green vegetables. Now, when it comes to things like corn, like I said, non-GMO corn, perhaps, but I wouldn't. Very starchy. When it comes to white potato, you could, but I'd stay away from that. I would go more towards sweet potato, and we just got to make sure that you can handle nightshades. I'm just saying. And with the cruciferous are the fibrous vegetables, and that would be your paleo diet, right? So there'd be no dried fruit. Nope. There'd be no sweet fruit. Nope. There'd be no bags of mixed nuts in your carbs. There'd be no gluten-free cookies made with rice flour. Because like I said before, you could have a cross-reactive issue. Everybody has an issue with wheat. And the interesting thing is that people can go to their doctors and say, oh, my doctors say I'm fine. My numbers with my thyroid, my LDLs, I've had an allergy test. But some allergy tests are inconclusive because the body doesn't show any issues until the damage has been done, which is typically with leaky gut and people with celiac issue that can't deal with wheat. The body actually does this weird thing where it starts to mimic what you find in wheat, in rice, and in oats. So that also could be problematic, which is why I suggest to cut it out. I would start you off at about 150 carbs. So most people eat around 200, 350, and want to break you down to about 150 down to 100 on paleo. And so you want to keep your fats high. This is the thing that no paleo people talk about. If you do the paleo diet, healthy fats are butter, duck fat, beef tallow, lard, all from healthy animals and those darker meats. That's your healthy fat. People are like avocado and olives and the coconut oil. No, those can accompany the meat fats, but the meat fats are the most important thing on the paleo diet from healthy sourced animals. Break up your macros, start your day with a breakfast, high fatty protein, and in the beginning you're not keto. You're actually paleo, you are dependent on glucose, but with that you could graduate over to keto very easy. So I'll do another video explaining that. If you guys want to learn more about the true paleo, how to do it, how to put it together, I think I'll do a part 2. Go to StephaniePerson.com, Stephanie Business Person, my Facebook fan page, or Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram, because I need to teach some of y'all